Hello there! So we're starting a series all about priming the body to heal. What does it mean to prime your body? Well, today and in the coming weeks, I'll be talking all about priming, what it is and how you can begin to prime your body every day and shift into a healing mode. So I used to be mystified by lupus. It seemed like a death sentence for someone who was very active and lived and breathed health. And when diagnosed with lupus, I was consumed with fear. I retracted and identified myself with lupus, which caused me to give up control over my life and look solely to the doctors so they can determine what was best for me. This was all because I didn't understand my disease and the power I had over my body. So what does it mean to prime your body? I don't think it's anyone's fault that they have disease. However, I do believe disease in our body is a way of, or it's our body's way of letting us know that something is off kilter. We have a choice on how to approach this situation. Number one is to look at the doctors for all the answers and take passive approach. Or second option is to assess your current condition and question the choices that you're making on a daily basis that is potentially leading to this outcome. Then make a commitment to fixing it. Sounds too simple for a complicated autoimmune condition, doesn't it? But after living with this condition for over 20 years, I know that I'm in large part responsible for the condition of my body. Once I accepted this fact, I got busy working on things that I could change to sway the course in my favor. So priming your body for healing means eliminating things that you're doing every day that potentially triggers your body to get off balance. So let's talk a little bit about the treatments for lupus, what our bodies actually need to heal. Our body processes information from the environment. This includes positive life experiences as well as negative ones, the foods that we take in and the air we breathe, as well as our daily habits, the thoughts we have, etc. So if you reflect on your life right now, up to this time of diagnosis, you might notice that there's a lot of things that may have contributed to your body getting off kilter. You may have a stressful life, traumatic past, digestive issues that you've ignored for years, or fatigue that you just kept shrugging off. I certainly did. Because our behavior is the most important when creating health, we must question the triggers that's causing the behavior one way or the other. So what are some of the treatments for lupus? Well, I consider our mind to be the most important. How we live our lives is the direct result of the thoughts that we think, the feelings that we feel, and the behaviors that we repeat, all of which create our outcome. Okay? So the simple process is to recognize what you're doing today is not working. Therefore, we must begin by changing our thoughts to have different feelings, which then allows us to make better choices to create a different result, which in this case is to heal from lupus. So much of what we do every day is dependent on the thoughts that we have about lupus. Unless we change our thoughts about it and change our feelings around lupus, we will never be free from identifying with lupus. So our minds tend to validate the thoughts we have. So if you constantly have thoughts such as lupus is a scary, incurable disease, then you repeat the behaviors and feelings that align to make this true. So it's like your reality is, your perception is your reality. So remember, your mind, your brain is your operating system. So it'll do whatever you think. So in that case, perhaps if you think lupus is reversible and I can heal from lupus, your mind will signal messages to your body to prime itself for healing. This is so true, you guys. Physiologically, scientifically proven. So it's all about mind over body. The first step to priming the body is to change your thoughts and manage your feelings. We have over 60,000 thoughts per day, and many times these thoughts are habitual response to the events in our lives. It repeats our past, and so it's a lot of thoughts that we don't even recognize and know that we're thinking. They are full of survival emotions such as fear, overwhelm, insecurity, anger, anxiety, etc. that tend to trigger poor choices in our lives. Our brain is the supercomputer system that is programmed from birth. But did you know that you can absolutely reprogram your brain to produce new behavior and results? This is powerful because if our brain, which houses our thoughts, is aligned with our body, which houses our feelings, then we can alter the biochemistry in our body to have a powerful healing effect. For example, if your brain typically operates from a worried state, it sends messages to your body which causes adrenals to become overworked. All of this results in a cascade of biochemical reactions that can ultimately alter your genes to promote disease and inflammation. And using the same thought process, we now know that if you think thoughts of calm and joy, your brain sends these messages to your body to alter it in a positive manner and turn on your healthy genes. This is an oversimplification, but you get my point. It's also called epigenomics in functional medicine. Important, so important to clean out the cobwebs from your brain or our brain. Having lupus is neutral. It's not good or bad until your thoughts make it so. So having lupus can be a positive situation which provides you with an opportunity to reshape your life to a life of abundance and health. Most define lupus as a negative and live a life validating the thought and negativity. They give their power away to the doctors and live a life of dependency on medications identified with lupus. Lupus, though, is absolutely manageable. It's actually reversible. You can heal from lupus, but you must believe this in order for your mind and body to align. It is when your mind and body are aligned that your body is primed to heal. So let's talk a little bit about functional medicine, the holistic treatment for lupus. I know lots of things. I know the workings of the body, the physiology, pathology, biochemistry, etc. But I also know that our bodies are constantly affected by what we think, what we put into it, like foods, medications, and etc., and what we do or not do, such as exercise, repetitive injury, and how we experience life, either stressful or joyful. I know that it's a choice that we all have, but most believe they don't have a choice. This is a problem. Most live in captivity, setting limits to how fully they can live because of their obstacles. Obstacles are just an opportunity to change what's not working and get better. The mindset to grow is absolutely necessary if you want to try a holistic treatment for lupus. It will get you out of your comfort zone. Comfort zone is our very beliefs about ourselves and our condition. So if you don't like your situation right now, you must do these 4 things over and over again. First is make a commitment to heal. Second is to muster up enough courage to change what's not working. Third is to develop the capability by practicing the new habit. Fourth is to finally gain confidence to change the course of your health and life because you are now doing, or what you're doing now is working for you. Why? Simply because you can. And if you agree with the message, I can help you become empowered too. Number 1, gain knowledge, understand what needs to be done and why. Second is help you to take action. Apply this knowledge to begin to help your body heal. Third is to be the example of what's possible by being healthy. That's our method in alkaline functional medicine. It's full of lifestyle solutions to change the course of your disease. And I've been helping many patients do this over and over again. The science of how we do so is only effective once you've primed your body and mind. The rest is super fun because learning to heal your body will empower you in every facet of your life. Imagine a healthy, strong, and joyful body. You'll be unstoppable. Make what's impossible possible. Thank you so much for joining me. Next week, we'll talk more about the physiology of priming and how your biochemistry changes based on thoughts and feelings. To stay in the loop, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Dr. Connie. Subscribe to our podcast and newsletter on lupusrebel.com. Also, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest at Lupus Rebel. And I would love it if you leave us a review on Facebook, on our Apple iTunes, on our podcast, as well as on our Instagram feeds, and leave us comments, lots of comments here. I'll see you guys next week.